Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Amoranto Sports Arena here in Quezon City. This is the Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Playoffs, powered by TMT Play. This is the 16 Other Division, and it's the quarterfinals Game 1 between the Davao Red Cubs and the Quezon Junior Huskers. And now it's time to meet the starters. First from your Quezon Junior Huskers. Point guard number 11, Andre Madridano. Shooting guard number 31, Caleb Gonzalez. Small forward number 10, Wilred Avila. Power forward number 16, Enrico Torres. Center number 5, Denzel Ong. Head coach for the Quezon Junior Huskers 16 under, Mr. Mark Pangilinan, assisted by Melky Villanueva, J.M. Sayak, and Michael Santolia. And now it's time to meet the starters from your Davao Red Cubs MS Elite. Playing point guard number 77, LeBron Manding. Shooting guard number 7, Dwayne Nonato. Small forward number 17, Joaquin Torres. Power forward number 22, Dilon Natividad. And at center number 8, Aiden Tolentino. Head coach for the Davao Red Cubs 16 under, Mr. Britt Heroma. Referees for this ball game, Christopher Santos, Von Racho, Jason Yap, and your crew chief, Dong Ramos. This is Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Playoffs, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.
Ball game begins for game number 3. Quezon Junior Huskers and the Davao Red Cubs figuring in this quarterfinal matchup in our 16 under division. Starters muna tayo for both teams. We have Nonato, Tolentino, Torres, Natividad, and Manding for the Davao Red Cubs. Samantala naman for the Quezon Junior Huskers, they are starting with Ong, Avila, Madridano, Torres, and Gonzalez. An interesting matchup. This is also 1v8. Itong ang Quezon Huskers just won yesterday to secure that final playoff spot and a chance to face the Davao Red Cubs, who stand at the first of after the elimination round.
Alam mo, ang tindi ng pinagdaanan nitong Quezon Junior Huskers, Jaime, no? Like you mentioned, they finished only in 10th place with a 2-8 record as Avila gets them on the board there. Tinalo sila ng San Pedro Spartans in their last elimination game, which relegated them to 10th place. And then yung 9 and 10, knockout agad yun. They had to face 2 knockout games. So ito una, no? Tinalo nila yung Dasmariñas, Don Bacundo Hoops, 85-80. And that heart-stopping victory against San Pedro. Ito yung binanggit mo, no? Yung free throws. Those 2 free throws. That second one, a miss. Enabling itong Quezon to escape. And now, this is a tall order because they will face the number 1 seed, Davao, who has an 8-2 record.
Ang dami mo ng pinagdaanan, sabay biglang ang nag-aabang pa pala sa'yo. Itong
diba?
Davao Red Cubs. But can argue that Quezon has momentum on their side. Couple of wins nga prior to this matchup. All-time high yung kanilang confidence coming from the 10th seed. And starting this ball game with a 7-0 run. Gonzalez hitting on that first 3-pointer para dito sa Junior Huskers.
And I'm seeing here na for Davao, they only have 10 players suited up in this ball game. That's something to watch.
Actually, for rotation, yeah.
Tama ba? 7-0 na ang score, no?
So Gonzalez. Floater in the lane, won't get the bounce for Denzel Ong, but Madridano. It was Gonzalez rather with that miss. Avila would get the bounce.
Wow, this is a dream start if you're the Junior Huskers facing the number 1 seed. And ganyan dapat eh. You really have to set the tone given that you're the underdog. Gusto mo iparamdam agad dun sa lamadong team, no, na you're out here, you're not just gonna roll over, no? You're gonna have to, if you wanna qualify into the next round, you have to fight for it dahil hindi uurong itong Quezon.
They really have shown their resiliency. Yun nga, do or die game. So alam mo nga, wala-wala na lang sa kanila to dahil alam nila may second game pa to, quarterfinals, right? Eh yung pag natalo nga sila, uwi na sila. They were able to come up with those key victories. Davao finally able to break that drought. 9-2 now, still a 7-point lead. Muntikan pandagdagan nito ni Denzel Ong. He will instead have a chance to add it from the line.
Quezon with a 9-0 start. Platoon swap agad para kay Coach Brit Roma. 5 in, 5 out for Davao. Perhaps not liking this start by the Red Cubs.
Baka na bigla nga dito itong Davao. It's been a while since they last played, at least here sa junior MPBL natin. Samantalang itong junior Huskers nga just played yesterday. So in terms of conditioning, well, depends on how you look at it. Pwedeng sabihin mong pagod dahil kakalaro lang kahapon, or pwede mo rin sabihin kondisyon. Kasi nga, they were able to play in that do-or-die ball game against San Pedro. Miss on that jumper para sa Davao. That was none. That miss, 11-2. Quezon pa rin abante rito with 6 minutes remaining in our first quarter. Madridano looking to attack. Maiipit. Maaagawan na nga. Pass ahead to Celis. Trying to bully his way through. Nice find underneath. This is Buenaventura.
Good pass by Celis. Setting up. Ito si Buenaventura. So slow start by Davao. Let's see how they will respond here after this early avalanche by Quezon.
Let's see kung anong tawag dito.
Si Robbie, di ko nakikita. The dad of Rob Celis. Because Robbie Celis was the main gun of the Makati OK Bet Kings in the MPBL.
Take another look. That pick by Torres. I think double foul will be called here against those two players that collided. Clarify that later on. Madridano attacking once again. Almost loses the basketball, but they would keep it.
So Quezon still in front here. Able to generate good looks.
4 seconds to shoot. Some foul will be called here. Seems to be against Quezon. This is Caleb Gonzalez with that hold. Ball goes back to Davao. Second team foul for the junior Huskers.
Hinatak daw.
4:33 left in this first quarter. So sabi mo, a dream start here para sa Quezon. Something that they would want to do in trying to, I guess, build a caution against this top seed Davao Red Cub squad. Because you know that Davao would eventually find, their step into this ball game.
Oh, good.
Ball stolen.
Good anticipation there by Quezon.
Was you with a steal. Go back to Madridano. Ramos, ang ating TMT best player of the game yesterday para sa Quezon. But Madridano gets that baseline jumper to go. Add 2 more. Now back to a 9-point lead for Quezon, 13-4.
So far, nakikita natin pinaghandaan mabuti ng Quezon itong Davao, taking the fight to them here in the first quarter.
As a basket will count. Power move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. Ganda namang galaw doon. That was Andre Ugadan with that end one basket. Able to complete that three-point play though. Jump ball will be called. Couple of players wanting to get in early.
Agang panimula, no? For Quezon. And for the 8th seed, lalo best of 3 to, hindi naman twice to beat. Really important if you could get this first game, no? Put some pressure on Davao, given that they are the much heavily favored team. But there, wow, what a drive there by Celis.
So Rob Celis, kailangan niya nga magising ang opensa dito ng Davao, trailing early in this ball game. Now just by 5, 13-8. Swing it to Ramos. Uses that screen. Goes to Denzel Ong. Just a second to shoot. And that won't be in time. 24-second shot clock violation will be called here against the Junior Huskers. Tatawag nga muna sila ng timeout. Leading by 5 with 2:27 left in the first.
If we can do better, do it now. That's what Coach Melky of Quezon Huskers said to the team dahil nga hindi rin biro ang kalaban nila ngayong araw. Quezon Huskers also scouted really well the Davao team dahil nga kaya naman asahan natin na magandang laban ang maipapakita ng koponan na ito. Para naman kay Coach Brit ng Davao, hindi sila magpapakampante because their opponent came from a very inspirational win yesterday. Kaya naman ang kalaban daw nila ngayon ay ang high spirit at winning attitude ng Quezon Huskers. Exciting ang ating laban, pero bago muna yan mga kaliga, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for being the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Pwedeng-pwede ka na nga maglaro at manalo gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only, so keep it fun mga kaliga. Game responsibly. Hi, man, Ken.
Thank you, Andy. That was Andrea Veloso, our courtside reporter for this game. And high spirits indeed. Pinapakita dito ng Quezon Junior Huskers, building off that momentum from that nail-biter of a victory just yesterday sa Inares Center in Antipolo. With this early 5-point lead against the Davao Red Cubs, who alam naman natin coming in, top seed ito. Maraming pinahirapan ito during the elimination round. Minsan pagka yung puso, yung confidence, kumpiyansa, ang hirap labanan yan dahil off from a do-or-die games victory itong Quezon Junior Huskers.
Oo, yung kumpiyansa nandyan para dito sa Quezon, no? And you know, I'd love if we could travel to Quezon, no? Ang ganda ng home court nila doon. I've been there once. Covered a MPBL game in Lucena, and their fans, probably some of the best we have here.
I'm sure they're cheering on after that Madridano three-pointer. Now extending this lead once again to 8. It's a foul from behind given up here by Malabanan. That would be team foul number 4 now, putting them at the limit. 59.6 seconds remaining sa ating first quarter. Inside to Ugadan, trying to bump his way through off the glass. Beautiful finish.
Carving out space inside. Separating his defender with that slight bump. Then spinning away and using that hook.
16-10 still. 2-for-1 advantage if you are Quezon. This is Siu. Tries from outside. That's off. Rebound by Davao. About a 3-second game clock and shot clock difference. Non goes to the corner. Wow. Attacking strong. Once again, Rob Celis. Yung mga daredevil drives ito ni Rob Celis. Able to bring this lead now just to 4. 16-12. So after that slow start by Davao, now slowly picking up yung kanilang confidence on the offensive side of the court. It's Madridano with a second. That three-pointer won't go. But still, a dream start here for the Junior Huskers with his 4-point advantage after 10 minutes against the Davao Red Cubs. Look at our TMT play move of the game. This was the play that just happened. Rob Celis hopping his way through, challenging itong si Malabanan. Able to get that finish despite the traffic for our TMT play move of the game. Back with the second quarter of action between the Davao Red Cubs and the Quezon Junior Huskers in our 16 under division. Opening us up in the second quarter is Timothy Matias with that 3-pointer. Now just a 1-point lead para dito sa Quezon. Dikit na tong Davao, starting to make some noise. Handcheck muna ipipito dito against Matias. After that, draining that 3-pointer, may konting gigil pa siguro. Nakapapasok lang dito. Able to get that 3-pointer. First attempt and conversion.
At dito natin malaman, Jaime, paano magre-respond itong Quezon. This is an adversity they're facing right now. Kanina, they started out really well. 9-0 start. But Davao, they are the #1 team for a reason. Able to come back and now trimmed this deficit to a single point.
So foul will be whistled here once again against Davao. So 2 quick fouls. That time, Ong was fouled and will earn a trip to the stripe. Have another look at that move. Spinning on the baseline at natabahan nga sa likod ng kanyang ulo. Itong si Denzel Ong. One of the players na paborito ko ang first names. We have a lot of names here na very interesting. Na may mga NBA players pa nga. LeBron Manding actually is here playing. But Denzel Ong.
But Denzel?
Hindi ka na magdududa kung kanino siya pinangalan ng kanyang magulang. No? So of course, speaking about Denzel Washington.
Talaga? Makakala ko baka Denzel Bowls yan, ha?
Pwede rin. Baka yung import ng Magnolia. Yep. Sabihin ko sana Pure Foods. Pero again, baka malaman na naman nila ang edad natin. 18-17. So still sticking with it are the Davao Red Cubs. Hindi nila hinahayaan tuloy makabitaw itong Junior Huskers. Pick and roll, Ong and Yu. Able to execute in that instance, but they will keep it with just 6 seconds remaining on their shot clock.
Quezon, medyo bumaba yung intensity, no? They need to find that second wind. Especially now that Davao has found their bearings here in the second quarter.
They have a 3-on-1. Finishing on the other end was Nonato.
Dwayne Nonato, the 14-year-old playing in the 16 under division. No, one of those guys na like si Nasumadi for Manila din, no? 14 playing in the 16 under. Dahil nga, bukod tangi yung talento ng mga batang ito.
There are really those players na parang looking for that challenge. And it's not just 1 year, parang 14-15. Ito, 16 under, yung kanilang sinusubukan. Meanwhile, punta muna tayo kay Andy Veloso for a report. Andy?
matira, matibay. Pero syempre, dun kami sa matibay. Ito ang mga katagang nabanggit ni Coach Brit sa akin kanina. Dagdag pa ni Coach Brit, talagang magre-reflect positively sa laro ng Quezon Huskers ang kanilang panalo kahapon. Kaya naman there is no room for mistakes in this game dahil parehas na palaban ang dalawang koponan na ito. Coach Brit also said that he's actually proud of his NU player Wildred Avila, who is currently playing for Quezon Huskers. Sabi niya talagang competitive ang batang ito and is really giving his best for his hometown. Balik sa inyo, Hyman Ken.
Thank you, Andy. And ito nga si Avila, no surprises. Whenever I watch this kid play, talagang all heart. Iba yung sipag talaga ng batang yan. He's one of the leading scorers here for the Quezon Junior Huskers. And now they need more scoring from their players. They've given up the lead now to Davao, 21-18.
Puso talaga maglaro yan si Green Avila eh. I remember, I covered one of their games in Batangas. They were up against Batangas City. They were down by, basta double digits eh, probably 15 pataas. And he was suffering from cramps in that game late in the fourth quarter, but really willed his team to the victory and was able to prevail over the home team there.
Ugadan gets another 2 stretch layup and stretching this lead as well to 5, 23-18. Napako na sa 18 ang Quezon dito. Attacking the basket. Floater will be short para kay Mabilin. Ball will stay here with the Junior Huskers. And just 7 to shoot. And parang for past possession, silang beses na natin sinasabi na ilang segundo na lang natitira sa shot clock nitong Junior Huskers.
Ganyan yung nagiging tema eh. Yung depensa nitong Davao already clicking and forcing them deep into the shot clock. And as a result, lower percentage shots na yung binibitawan nitong Quezon in these last few sequences.
Kinakailangan nga nilang magmadali every time. Short on that 3. Barricade is down. Game goes on. Nonato once again with the attack. Unable to get that basket to go but will be clipped. 2 free throws coming up para sa kanya.
Nonato again. Maturity beyond his years. And pinapanood din siya ng mga magulang niya lagi. I've seen them really watch on live stream.
Naman ang kagandaan na meron tayo dito sa Junior MPBL. No, we have it on Facebook, we have it on YouTube, we have it on Signal MPTV. Wherever you're watching us this morning, maraming salamat po for tuning in on these Friday games natin sa inyo ng ating Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. This is just the third game of 9. Tapos this weekend, meron pa tayo ulit. Another set of games, playoffs na po. So dikdikan na. All these teams would of course want to advance to the next round. Whether you are the first seed or the 8th seed, I'm pretty sure we're all in for a spectacular end of the season.
Sunod-sunod, no? 4 straight days. Parang nung July lang tayo, no? Although yun, 6 games each day, no? Sunod-sunod, every day, July. And nakakamiss din yung mga ganun, Jaime, no? We've seen the teams na in a week siguro, mga thrice or 4 times natin nakikita, no? But now, we're deep into the playoffs. We're seeing the best of the best show their stuff. And now, we see here Davao exerting their dominance. They are now up by 8 after trailing 9-0 in the opening quarter.
As Avila will miss on that jumper. Ito nga yung sinasabi natin kanina na yung caution na kinreate ng Quezon, kailangan din nila yun. Dahil alam mo na darating at darating itong Red Cubs, and ito na nga sila in the second quarter, leading by 8, 26-18 with 3:43 left in the second quarter.
I have here the assistant coach JM Hayag of Quezon Junior Huskers. So coach, very hands-on na coach kayo at talagang competitive itong koponan nyo. Pero maliban sa basketball, ano ba ang maituturo mo sa mga batang players nyo?
Of course, just like the other interview last week, It's always exerting effort at the things that we do. And adding to that is, of course, providing proper self-discipline, hard work, and again, yun yung effort at the things that we do.
Thank you so much for that, Coach JM. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batiin?
Of course, I want to thank our benefactors, Governor Helen Tan of the province of Quezon, RD Ronald Tan, Doc Kim, and Doc Camille Tan. The number one Huskers fan, si Malik, and our team owner, Congressman Mike Tan, together with our team manager, Attorney Don Capunan, and to everyone who has been supporting us since day one, both from Lucena, Quezon, and sa Marinduque. Ilan po.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck po for the game. Pero bago muna yan, mga kalika, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for bringing the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Pwedeng na maglaro at manalo. Gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only, so keep it fun, mga kalika. Game responsibly. Hi, Menken.
Thank you, Andy. And hard work ang tinuturuan ni na Coach JM sa kanilang bata. They are exhibiting that. However, now looking at a 10-point deficit. So it has totally swung the other way after building that early 7-0, 9-0 run actually from the Junior Huskers. Davao has now established this 12-point lead.
So 21-point turnaround para dito sa Davao Red Cubs after, like you said, they trailed 9-0 at the start. And yun nga paano sasagot yung Quezon kapag itong Davao bumawi? And so far, nahihirapan sila dito, no? They've been stuck with this output, only 18 points. In fact, they only have 2 points here in the second quarter, and with what? 7.5 minutes gone by already here in the second quarter.
Hindi lang nagising yung opensa nitong Davao Red Cubs in terms of their defense and limiting Quezon Junior Huskers to just 2 points. We mentioned earlier nga, there have been several times na sinasabi natin, ilang segundo na lang ang natitira sa shot clock nitong Quezon, really showing how much Davao has made their own defensive adjustments, trying to limit nga the looks na meron itong Quezon. Finally stopping that drought from the free throw stripe. 30-19, 11-point lead here for the Red Cubs. Nice find inside, San Buenaventura. That beautiful find by Nonato.
Again, those two connecting really well. And ito sa San Buenaventura, no wasted movements. Actually, ito hindi kailangan ng bola to be effective. It just does the dirty work, and then pagdating sa opensa, hihintay lang yan ng drop pa sa ilalim. And more often than not, Jaime, converting inside. Really a highly efficient player.
Alahoy na tira doon, but able to get his own miss. And fish for that foul was Marco Robert Moret. Penalty na nga dito ang Davao, and I believe Moret knew that. Took advantage, and he gets rewarded for another couple of shots. Short on his first though. They have to get kung saan man sila makakakuha ng puntos itong Quezon. It hasn't been coming from the field. Unfortunately, missing both from the charity stripe, but they would be reunited. Si Malabanan naman ang susubok. That was Tolentino to be called with that foul. His second in this ball game.
Tolentino, si Aiden, is actually the brother of Arvin Tolentino, na naglaro and was a gold medalist in the recent Asian Games. That improbable run by the Philippines. Di ba magkamukha, Jaime? Parang nagulat ka pa.
Well,
yung tindig, di ba? Yung tangkad.
And the red cub at that.
Di ba? Yun nga
Yeah, maybe I should have realized that even before you broke it to me. It runs in the family. Talaga naman yung skill set. Referees, iniwasan ng bola. Great agility shown by our official. Trying avoid to that basketball. Looking for a teammate in the corner. Turnover ball goes back here for the Junior Huskers. Looking at this 12-point deficit against the Davao Red Cubs. With exactly a minute left. Malabanan underneath. Will be fouled once again, and another trip to the charity stripe. So itong Davao, they are able to give up a number of fouls now. Just checking how many they have committed. That would be 9 fouls now para sa kanila.
Yung mga dapat mas kailangan na nilang pag-igtingin if you're Quezon, no? Those dribble penetration, those drives to the basket, earning them those higher percentage looks. Paano nakikita ko dito kasi sa Davao, they don't have that legitimate shot blocker. So if you're able to get past their defense, usually either a basket or you could draw a foul. But solid naman itong perimeter defense ng Davao because of those guys like Rob Celis, Lebron Manding, who are really adept at playing the passing lanes and keeping in front of their man.
Davao comes up with it. Ito nga si Celis, looking to attack once again. Was successful in several attempts in that first quarter. Second chance won't go para kay San Buenaventura. Last 15 seconds para sa Quezon. Chance for them to bring this to just a single-digit deficit heading into the second half. 6 seconds para kay Caleb Gonzalez. Looking for this malabanan screen. 2 seconds. Untalan has to put this up. This will count if it goes. Jumper is short as time runs out. First half natin magtatapos with an 11-point lead built by the Davao Red Cubs, 32-21 against the Quezon Junior Huskers. In this first game of their best-of-3 series sa ating quarterfinals, as we have a look at our TMT Play move of the game. This Nonato to San Buenaventura, eye in the sky play for our TMT Play move of the game. We'll be back with the second half in just a bit.
Wagan kicks it out. Doliente step back, goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes! Here's Wagan. Kicks it out. Doliente, step back. Goes up. Yes!
Action resumes in this third quarter. You're still watching this 16-under matchup between the Quezon Junior Huskers and the Davao Red Cubs. Abante nga itong Davao ng siyam ngayon, 11 points after that first half of action. Strong start nga for Quezon, kaso naubusan sila in that second quarter, and that's when Davao was able to establish themselves and really show why they are the first seed at the end of the elimination round.
Yung mga kailangan gawin itong Quezon, no? And they really started out strong in the first quarter, 9-0 avalanche by the Junior Huskers. But Davao able to come back. And in fact, led by double digits. But ito, 9 na puntos ang kailangan nabulin dito ng Quezon.
Go inside to Ong. Will be fouled inside for another set of free throws. Tatawagan muli dito si Uganan. Second personal foul para sa kanya. And that has been what was working for the Junior Huskers in that first half. 12 free throw attempts. Make this attempt number 13 and 14. So at least from that charity stripe, dahil nahirapan nga sila to get some field goals, they are able to get those points up. Meanwhile, we'll have a report from Andy Veloso. Andy?
The Quezon Huskers will stay composed no matter what happens in this game. Coach Melky also said to his team that they just need to put the fight in the game in order to win. Para naman kay Wildred Avila ng Quezon Huskers, kahit na may sakit siya ngayon, he will stay competitive para maipakita sa kanyang NU teammates at kay Coach Brit na hindi niya binabaliwala ang kanilang pinaghihirapan at natututunan sa training. Dagdag pa niya, advantage para sa kanya ang familiarity niya sa laro ng Davao Red Cubs. Ano pa kaya ang maibubuga ni Avila this next half? Balik sa inyo, Hyman, Ken.
Another player that is under the weather. We had a couple of them in the Cavite City Aces Solar team, also reported by Andy Veloso. And ito nga si Avila is also trying to, I guess, play well pa rin despite feeling unwell. And kailangan nga siya talaga dito. And putting up that shot. Too strong though. Love the fight on this kid. At may sakit dahil gusto nga niyang papatunayan sa kanyang coach and sa kanyang team. He will still be able to bring up those numbers. Itong si Avila. He's looking at his averages throughout the tournament so far. In just 25 minutes of action, close to 16 points and 8 boards.
So sa mga inaasahan ni Coach Mark Pangilinan. Of course, Coach Mark Pangilinan played for the Quezon Huskers in the MPBL. Alam mo, tawag natin dyan na professional shooter. Dahil sharp shooter talaga ito si Coach Mark. And now he's coaching the Junior Huskers here against Davao.
Sinasabi nga natin itong caliber ng players natin na meron. And speaking of outside sniping, Dwayne Nonato in front of that Quezon Husker bench. Parang, Coach Mark, okay na ba yung 3-point shot ko na yon?
Sakto, no? All alone, wide open, knocking down that three-pointer.
Avila will miss. Another opportunity. Able to be converted there by Torres. Sticking with it are the Junior Huskers, 37-28. Back to a 9-point lead. Matias goes inside, spinning inside the paint.
Wow.
Carving his way through is Dillon Natividad.
Great patience inside by Natividad. The drop step and then gave them an up fake. Just enough to keep the defense off balance, and he was able to go up strong for the basket.
As Avila gets a three-pointer finally. Getting a three-pointer to his name. 7 points so far para kay Wilfred Avila. More importantly, bringing this lead to 8, 39-31.
Nice looking stroke. Dwayne Nonato knocked down a three earlier.
Di gagana. But once again, Natividad, ayaw pa rin. Avila says enough. Takbo dito ang Junior Huskers. Have a 3-on-4. Caleb Gonzalez goes outside to Madridano. Sidestepping his way through, gives it to Torres for an easy bucket.
Good pass. Those series of passes creating a better shot opportunity para dito sa Quezon.
And the Junior Husker crowd beginning to come alive. Now just a 6-point lead here para sa Red Cubs. Baseline drive. Kicks it out. Nonato thought about the three. Strong drive on the baseline.
Nice.
Able to finish on the outstretched arms of Torres.
Napa-flex siya dun after that basket. That was really a tough shot against Torres.
41-33. So itong Davao naman, di rin hinahayaan. Tuluyang makadikit itong Junior Huskers. So foul will be whistled here against Nonato. Arguing nga na siya daw ang hinila. That's the first personal foul on Dwayne Nonato. Still 5 and 15 left in our third quarter. It's Caleb Gonzalez using the Torres screen. Pulls up from straight away. Another three-pointer for the Junior Huskers.
Good look now. Quezon making their move here midway in the third. And we're seeing the persistence paying off so far. They've survived those shots from Dwayne Nonato.
Dwayne Nonato, talaga siya pumapatay ng sunog dito sa Quezon Junior Huskers. Sige, lumapit lang kayo. Lalayo kami uli. As a foul will be whistled here against Torres of Davao. Still a 7-point lead here for the Red Cubs.
But better response this time by Quezon, no? They're responding each time na itong Davao is threatening to pull away. And now they have actually managed to cut the deficit to as low as 5 points. Although, ayan, may agaw dito si Celis.
Celis to Nonato over that beautifully ran fast break. Perfectly executed for the Red Cubs, extending this lead back to 9. Madridano now. Goes to Avila in the corner. Another three-pointer. That's short. Second chance, kukunin ni Ong. Short on that inside stab. Matias to Nonato for another three.
Wow.
Gets another one. Yep. Dwayne Nonato. We know that was a three-pointer. Timeout nga dito ang Quezon Junior Huskers. It's now back to a 12-point advantage for the Davao Red Cubs.
have here with me Assistant Coach Ricky Alcantara of Davao Red Cup. So Coach, naunguna kayo this quarters. Any good points na ginagawa ng koponan nyo na kailangan nilang i-maintain sa mga susunod na quarters?
Siguro we have continue yung bilisan namin yung transition offense namin. At the same time, wag namin pilitin yung mga offense namin. Then we also look kami doon sa mga big man namin na lagi sila maging available.
Thank you so much for that, Coach. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batian?
Una-una, pinapasalamat namin yung ni Coach Brit, yung MS Elite, si Coach Mikey and Sarah, Ma'am Sarah. Pati binabati ko na rin yung Team Kayabyab. Maraming salamat sa Barangay 421. Saka doon sa Sila Barbershop na doon kayong pagupit, maganda yon. Saka yung wife ko, binabati ko si Ria, pati yung family ko, mga anak ko. Yun lang.
Thank you so much, Coach Ricky, and good luck po for the game. Pero bago muna yan, mga karika, pasalamat muna tayo sa TMT Play for being the sheer fun here in the Junior MPBL. Pwede ka na nga maglaro at manalo gamit lang ang inyong phone anytime, anywhere. But gaming is for 21 years old and above only, so keep it fun, mga karika. Game responsibly. Hi, men, Ken?
Thank you, Andy. And yung sabi nga ni Coach, no, yung transition for the Davao Red Cubs is a key focus for them in this ball game. That's where they have taken advantage after Quezon was able to bring this lead down to just 5. Napalobo nga nila ulit ng 12, but after that three-pointer by Ramos, it's now back to a single-digit deficit at 9.
Well, Dwayne Nonato has really waxed hot here in the third. 10 of his 15 points, including 2 big threes.
Pinagpahinga nga muna dito si Dwayne Nonato. Just a very much needed breather. They're carrying the offensive load to weather the Quezon storm. So foul will be called here against Gonzalez. That would be his third personal foul. Red Cubs still enjoying this 9-point lead with 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Upo muna rin si Caleb Gonzalez para sa Quezon as another foul will be whistled here off the ball. It seems to be Malabanan na matatawagan dito. Trying to check itong big man din ng Davao, Aiden Tolentino.
Ganda na ng habol ng Quezon eh. They were able to trim the lead to 5. But the explosion of Dwayne Nonato has kept them at bay here.
Non will miss inside. San Buenaventura mapapayungan. Saleh to shoot for the Red Cubs. Celes goes to Tolentino. To San Buenaventura. Look at that rotation of the ball for the Red Cubs.
Ganda na nung initial defense ni Ong sa kanila Malabanan eh. But there at the last second, Ong biting on that shot fake. And nakapuntos doon sa ilalim ang Davao. Reopening a double-digit deficit.
50-39, less than a minute remaining in our third quarter. This was an 11-point lead para sa Davao heading into our second half. They have maintained that after Quezon threatened to come closer. Celes. Look for this San Buenaventura screen, doesn't use it, gets the ball back. Kicks it out. To Non. Ikot nila muli. Celes asking for it, 4 to shoot. Looks to attack, sidestepping his way through once again. Won't get the bounce. As Ong gets that rebound and the loose ball foul will be whistled here against the Red Cubs. Just their fourth team foul. No free throws just yet for the Junior Huskers.
Nahuling tumulak doon. Itong si, I believe that was Ugadan called for that foul.
Madridano. Gusto Ramos. Denzel Ong. Swings it to Madridano. Open in the corner. Three-pointer won't go. Sorry, miss inside there for Quezon. Pero gusto kasi nila and one. Malabanan. Giving us a power move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL.
And Malabanan able to clean up that miss. Gets bumped by Tolentino, goes up, gets 2. And red for the line for one more.
Si Malabanan really showing us the fight mula dito sa Quezon Junior Huskers. Back to a single-digit deficit. They're looking at trying to build some momentum heading into the fourth and final quarter. Malabanan though, unable to complete that three-point play. Last 10 seconds, pwede na nga mag-last shot dito ang Davao if they elect to.
Quezon still has a foul to give. Yun na nga.
He called it and yep, enough to stop that attack coming from Ugadan. 1.8 seconds left in the third quarter. Sideline inbound.
Sorry, Jaime. Actually, they were lucky, no, that they didn't put up a shot attempt.
As time will run out in our third quarter, 50-41 tayo dito. 9-point advantage for the Davao Red Cubs in favor of the Quezon Junior Huskers. As we look at our TMT play move of the game, San Buenaventura. Kinindatan lang itong si Denzel Ong. Napakagat. He was able to finish underneath for our TMT play move of the game. Last 10 minutes of action when we are back. Fourth quarter na tayo dito. 16-under matchup of the Davao Red Cubs and the Quezon Junior Huskers. Still holding on to this 9-point lead are the Red Cubs. Number 1 seed at the end of the elimination round, going up against the 8th seed of Quezon Junior Huskers. Had to fight their way through from the 10th seed. So fighting through adversity are the Quezon Junior Huskers, and they've shown they can rise to that adversity. Kailangan nga nila yan dito in trying to mount this comeback from this 9-point advantage by Davao. Ahead to Celes. A strong finish.
Every time Rob Celes gets a full head of steam, etong Quezon is at the mercy of itong si Rob Celes.
Yeah, good luck stopping that guy when he has that head of steam. It's Madridano gets bumped. Goes to the line for 2. Matias, alam niyang naisahan siya dun.
In offense, hard to come by so far for Quezon. Not one guy in double figures, and we're now in the fourth quarter. And umalat na yung shooting nila. Only 31% from the field, although they've been shooting decently from beyond the arc, 5 out of 17. Kaya lang, yun nga those point blank shots na kanina pumapasok, ngayon, dahil nga sa activity and yung interior defense nitong Davao, nahihirapan na itong Quezon na pumuntos.
52-40. 10-point advantage for the Davao Red Cubs. They go to Celes. Swings it to the corner. Nonato. Nice pass to San Buenaventura, but unable to finish that short stab. Opportunity once again to bring it to a single-digit deficit are the Junior Huskers. It's Madridano once again.
Oh, good pass.
Ano naman yung pasa na yun, but unable to finish was Denzel Ong inside. He will try once again, but instead will be fouled. It's a second team foul for the Red Cubs.
Yun ulit Nakita mo, no? Point blank na. Actually, Madridano has really done a splendid job quarterbacking, no? Nakaka-penetrate siya and he's able to dish off his teammates. Kaya lang di sila nakaka-convert.
Nakakapanghinayang din, no? If you are able to penetrate, find your teammates underneath. But they have to keep their head up. Still a long ball game, 8 and 15. Caleb Gonzalez almost loses the basketball, looking for a friend. Finds Torres, forward to shoot for the white shirts. Gonzalez knows it, and he puts it up. That won't hit the ring, and the shot clock violation will be called against the Junior Huskers. Ball goes back to the red shirts.
Actually, only their 6th turnover. Kung tutusin, Jaime, yung laro natin yun, it's not really sloppy, no? Both teams are really executing really well, but itong Davao, behind those 32 rebounds and those efficient shooting from the field, sila ngayon yung lumalamang. And every time na si Dwayne Donato is able to penetrate, siya rin nahanap niya yung kakampi niya. Ang difference, yung kakampi niya na-convert.
That's really the luxury that you have, no? If you go tong Davao Red Cubs, that Donato can also break down that defense, right? And if he wishes to, can finish as well. He has shown that a couple of times, especially in that third quarter when Quezon was making that run.
Saan nakakadil lang to si Dwayne Donato eh. You would think he's only, 14 years old. Kita mo yung build niya. Pero makikita mo rin parang wiry strong siya. Hindi siya yung bulky in terms of yung heft. But you see na pag yung body niya would, kumbaga, makompleto, no? Makikita mo, pag tumangkad pa, the length, the wingspan is there.
Torres anticipating that pass from Donato. Comes up with that steal. Decides to attack. Too deep. 13-point lead now para sa Davao. Pass too strong para kay Celes. Ball goes back dito sa Quezon. And just when you said na medyo not too sloppy for both these squads, some empty possessions for both teams. But just looking at the turnover story that we have here, that's just turnover number 9 para sa Davao, and Quezon even has less at 6. So yung kumbaga, in terms of level of basketball and execution, as you pointed out, inaalagaan nila yung bola and able to get those shots. So, okay. Wala naman ako sinasabi. Huwag ka nang makinig sa akin kasi. But just turnover number 7 for the Quezon Junior Huskers. But unfortunately for them, this is already the 4th quarter and 6 and 53 left. Still looking at this 13-point deficit against the Davao Red Cubs.
Going back to my point with Dwayne, if his body fills out, no, nakikita mo talaga yung potential. Ayan, bubukol na naman ng 3.
That just rattles out. Magaw mahinog, ika nga, no? They say it. Kapag nahinog tong batang to. Not to say that he's not there yet, but you know there's a lot of potential that can still be built for this young kid.
On the other side naman, for Quezon, no, Avila has been really quiet, only 7 points. We all know yung kalibre nitong batang ito, no? He's a guy capable of putting the ball in the hoop whenever he pleases, but only 9 shot attempts, 3 out of 9, 33%, 2 rebounds, and has played only 15 minutes. That's the interesting part about that one, Jaime.
Well, Andy did report that may iniinda nga itong si Wilfred Avila. He is also under the weather. And they did play just yesterday. So it could be a bit of both, no, fatigue. And syempre, mahirap din naman talaga maglaro if meron ka nararamdaman. But Caleb Gonzalez making them feel the heat. Getting that 3-pointer to go, 57-45 now. With a little over 6 minutes left in our 4th quarter. Chance of defense coming from the Junior Husker crowd.
Oh, good bounce pass.
Oh! Gandang habol ni Malabanan.
Ganda sana. He met him up top. But ganda ng setup job, no, for San Buenaventura. And a little, just probably a fraction of a second late doon si Malabanan on that challenge.
Yung Quezon Junior Husker bench nga will be called for a warning for improper bench decorum, trying to argue that it was all ball that Malabanan got in that attempt by San Buenaventura. Pero ang gandang tignan. Yes, it was a foul, but parang huling-huli nga naman ni Malabanan itong si San Buenaventura. But we thought it was all by himself. Bigla siyang hinabol nito ni Malabanan.
Sayang eh, hindi natin nakita yung replay. Could have seen if it was really a foul. But nonetheless, Quezon namamagana kalamangan dito ng Davao. So they would have to make their move now, down by 14 points.
Malabanan trying to make up for that foul earlier. Siya naman ang masusubukan from the free throw stripe. Free throws for the Junior Huskers has not been the best, I would say. 9 out of 18 after that miss. 50% shooting. They've shot a lot, but whenever you are bleeding for points, any points na pwede mong makuha anywhere, you would very much want to take advantage. As Avila, or that was Ong, rather, called for that travel.
Hirap na hirap sila eh. Denzel Ong, he's averaging a double-double, but so far only 9 points, 6 rebounds. This guy, 12.4 points, 11.6 boards. A far cry from his league averages.
Two key players na meron tong Junior Huskers has not been clicking just yet. As Celis naman ang makakahanap. Once again, San Buenaventura, the recipient.
Great drop, Celis to San Buenaventura. Those two connecting once again.
Biggest lead so far for the Red Cubs, 61-45. At 16 now, Caleb Gonzalez will try once again. Three-pointer would miss. So whistle called here. See what our officials will be calling. I think it's Malabanan and Celis will be called for a double foul. Let's take another look. So after that attempt by Caleb Gonzalez, Malabanan and Celis, body bumping lang. Just trying to find possession if that ball bounced off the rim.
And you know, Jaime, what's impressive about what Davao has been doing? Their leading scorer, ito si Andre Ugadan, has actually struggled in this ball game. Only 8 points. This guy averages 17 points and 13 boards a contest. And also, hindi rin naglalaro para sa kanila in this ball game. Ito si Franco Osis, their second leading scorer. So they're missing a key guy, and their number 1 scorer nagsa-struggle pa nga. But they're finding ways to pull off here what they're doing right now, and this goes to show, Jaime, how deep this team is, and that's why they were the number 1 team in the elimination round.
Napakalalim nga, as you pointed out. A couple of players, one not playing up to his averages, right? And the key player nga na totally missing for the Red Cubs, though medyo common na yan heading into our playoffs dahil may school commitments din to mga batang to, right? And maybe injuries that players have to nurse. But this is a best-of-3 quarterfinals. Hopefully we get to see Osis back in game number 2. Definitely not a good sign if you are a Junior Husker fan. But siyempre, if you're from Davao, you want a full squad in order to not just come up with a series victory, but also make a good run until the finals. So an offensive foul will be called here against Davao. Babalik ang bola sa Quezon. Still looking at this 14-point deficit. 3:42 left in this ballgame. 53 and 41 remaining here in our ball game. 14-point lead pa rin ang meron dito sa Davao Red Cubs against the Quezon Junior Huskers in our 16 under division. As Nonato comes up with that steal. Only Madridano to beat. No foul will be called, but the Red Cubs will keep it.
Still a lot of time left if you're Quezon, but 14-point lead. Gotta make your move now. Get some stops on this end. Actually, yung depensa nila so far, hindi rin naman ganun kasama eh. Although Davao has been shooting really well. Kaya lang, yun nga eh, hindi sila makakonvert talaga on the offensive end. And Wayne Nonato really sparking this run by Davao, especially in the third quarter.
As Coach Mark will be whistled for a technical foul here.
Wow.
It seems. As arguing that last touch daw dapat yung Davao. Because if no foul was called, and as we saw in that replay, Nonato still trying to get that layup or shot attempt up. But Davao will keep it, sabi ng ating officials. Able to hit that free throw. Now up to a 15-point lead here para sa Davao Red Cubs. They look to hold on with 3 and 23 left in this game.
Three-second violation ang tinawag. Laban dito sa Davao.
So if you are the Junior Huskers, still 3 and 16 left in this ball game. Definitely a window for you to make a comeback still. Cannot afford to trade baskets. Siyempre, kailangan mo na rin ng conversions. Malabanan gets another offensive rebound. Both teams already in the penalty. The free throws coming up once again para kay Malabanan. Came up empty in his previous trip. Badly needed free throw conversions for the Junior Huskers. Try to take something away. An inch closer dito sa Red Cubs.
And Quezon just trying to find that ounce of energy left in them after that grueling match yesterday against San Pedro. And hirap eh, no? Yung turnaround after being involved in that kind of a game against a very tough foe in San Pedro. And then, ito, makakalaban mo yung #1 team here. Kinabukasan, late morning game.
Gonzalez will miss. Another Malabanan putback. Won't go. Kicks it out. Ikot nila kay Ramos. Straight away for 3. Ball will be stuck. AKA wedgie. Ano ang problema para kay Malabanan. Diyan na rin na nagtapik palabas. And ball possession will go back to the Red Cubs. Tawag nga muna sila ng timeout dito. Trying to find a way to protect this 13-point lead with 2 and 34 left in this ball game. Action resumes mula pa rin dito sa Amoranto Sports Complex in Quezon City. Jaime Mendera kasama pa rin si Ken Pangilinan giving you game number 3 of a 9-game slate natin sa inyo ng Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino. You're watching the 16-under matchup of the Quezon Junior Huskers and the Davao Red Cubs, where the Davao Red Cubs are protecting this 13-point lead. This is the first game of their best-of-3 quarterfinals. First seed versus the 8th seed po sa ating 16 under South Division. So Gadan will be fouled, goes to the line for a couple of that timeout. It's a well-executed play here for the Red Cubs. That's Caleb Gonzalez's fourth foul. Itong ang si Ugadan. You mentioned that is not his usual numbers.
Oo. 17 points, 13 rebound producer ito eh.
Pero to Davao's credit, despite that struggles, others were willing to pick it up. And sabi mo, si Osis, wala din pa para dito sa mga nakapula. They're still able to build the strong lead and looking to hold on.
And it's actually Dwayne Nonato and Mark San Buenaventura really stepping up, both in double figures. Those guys, si Mark San Buenaventura, only 7 points, 8 contests. Although ito si Ugadan, padding up his stats with that putback.
Another rebound to that as well. Nahihiya siya sa Yukin na hindi daw niya makuha yung kanyang
Ganun ba?
averages. Yeah. Another steal here for Davao. Looking to add to this big lead. Sidestepping his way through, eluding Madridano was Matias. And this is now a 17-point lead for the Red Cubs. Just a minute and 40 remaining in our fourth quarter.
Coach Mark has raised the white flag. Pinaltan na si Denzel Ong. And, you know, if you're Quezon, you have a chance to regroup after this impending tough loss, Jaime. But, alam mo, itong kupo na to, hindi mo maki-question yung puso. Itong kupo na to, facing 2 elimination games. Yesterday, escaping by the skin of their teeth against San Pedro. But here, just running into a much more formidable Davao Red Cubs squad na very prepared. Nakita naman natin they are also missing a key guy in Franco Osis. No, technical foul ang tinawag laban dito sa Quezon.
Adding to their woes nga. Technical free throw would miss though for Non.
But sorry Jaime, it speaks nga no, sa depth nitong Davao. No? Despite their leading scorer, not his usual numbers, and missing their second leading scorer, it's been the 2 guys, Dwayne Nonato, Mark San Buenaventura. Dwayne Nonato, especially in the third quarter, nung nagbabalak mo bumawi itong Quezon Junior Huskers, he was the one who was able to stymie that tide and kept itong Davao Red Cubs afloat.
Really proving to us why they are the top seed at the end of the elimination. Only 2 losses ang meron itong Davao Red Cubs. The Quezon Junior Huskers really trying to make their presence felt. Ganda nga ng umpisa nila dito 9-0 run para sa kanila, making sure that the Davao Red Cubs won't take them lightly. And they didn't. Nung nagising na nga itong mga Leon, talagang di na sila lumingon. It's now a 17-point lead. Just 35 seconds remaining here in this ball game. It would still be game number 2 between these 2 teams. If you are the Junior Huskers, yan naman ang ipanaglaban mo, makapasok sa playoffs and have a chance to slay the Lion. Hindi nga lang gagana sa'yo yan dito sa first game of the quarterfinals. Mabilin will still give us a power move brought to us by Pound for Pound Fitness, the official fitness partner of the Junior MPBL. Bago tayo matapos dito, yan naman ang gusto mong makita if you are Coach Mark. Yes, this is an impending loss for your team. But the fight, yung effort, hindi naman naglalaho until the final buzzer.
Oo naman, and those are building blocks that they could use moving forward to game number 2, no? They had a strong start in this game, but Davao was able to come back. And ito, maganda yung pinakita dito ng Davao, eking up a win here.
Sila nga makakauna in this best of 3. 66-51 would be the margin of victory. 15 points para sa Davao Red Cubs as we have a look at our TMT play move of the game. It's a nice move coming from Ugadan. Non with that assist. 2 Huskers ang napakagat. for our TMT Play move of the game. Man, Davao Red Cubs really showing their dominance. They are the #1 seed and played like it. Junior Huskers though, back to the drawing board. Sabi mo nga, Ken, all is not lost. Have an opportunity to get the victory back and maybe extend this to a 3-game series.
Yeah,
A lot of things that they need to address in that second game.
Congratulations to Coach Brit Roma, Coach Ricky Alcantara, and the rest of the Davao Red Cubs. This wasn't a easy victory, especially that Quezon jumped out of the gates, 9-0 start. But Davao able to stop their class, bumawi agad, and showing why they are the #1 team here. Mark San Buenaventura chipped in 16 points, 9 rebounds. But Dwayne Nonato, I thought, was huge in the third quarter, sparking this win para dito sa Red Cubs.
Si Dwayne Nonato nga ang kasama ng ating Andy Veloso for our TMT Play Best Player of the Game.
Mga kaibigan, our TMT Play Best Player of the Game, Dwayne Nonato from the 16-other Davao Red Cubs, finishing with 15 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals. So congratulations on getting your first win here in the playoffs. So pangalawang beses mo na ito maging best player. Na ba ang ginagawa mo para maging consistent sa koponan mo?
Ginagawa ko lang para maging consistent is focus lang before the game, tsaka preparation lang namin, tsaka makinig lang sa coach.
Thank you so much for that, Dwayne. Meron ka bang gustong pasalamatan o batian?
Gusto ko magpasalamat kay God na nakuha namin yung unang panalo. Kay Mama, kay Papa, Lolo Boy, Lola Susan, Lola Lourdes, si Nong Jun, si Papa Andre, si Kuya Sem, si Tita Saibil, si Sean, si Coach Mark, yung nagupit sa akin kahapon, si Kuya Tantan sa Sobrero Barbers, si Tito Oper, yun lang. Saka si Q.
Okay, thank you so much and congratulations again to our TMT Play Best Player of the Game, Dwayne Nonato, and to the 16-under Davao Red Cubs. Balik sa inyo, Jaime and Ken.
Thank you, Andy, and congratulations once again, Dwayne Nonato, our TMT Play Best Player of the Game. And sabi mo nga, whenever Quezon Junior Huskers threatened to come closer, it was Dwayne Nonato, whether it be scoring or dishing off to his teammates and finding them underneath. Siya ang nagpigil dito sa bagyo na dala ng Quezon, especially in that third quarter.
14-year-old, maturity beyond his years, showing what he's made of, especially in the third.
And dyan na nga magtatapos ang game number 3 of our 9-game slate today. 66-51, Davao Red Cubs gets that first victory in the best of 3 quarterfinals. We'll now pass it on to our friends Cho Pangilinan and Noy Africa for games number 4-6. Magkita-kita po tayo muli dito sa ating Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino.